Hi guys! On today's brunch, due to a footage recovery issue, we are going to do things a little bit differently and a lot faster. So here we go. On today's brunch, we make polenta with grilled tomatoes, poached eggs, and herbs cheese. Brandon attacks me in the kitchen, and we drink jalapeño sangria. Let's get started with our breakfast cocktail, which is jalapeño sangria. Slice the jalapeno and put it in an empty shaker. Make sure to remove the seeds, but add one piece that still has the seeds so you get a little bit of heat from that, but not too much. Wash your hands when you're dealing with the jalapeno so you don't accidentally rub your eye or something. It does not feel good. Add about a tablespoon of agave or simple syrup to the shaker. Muddle this really, really well. You want to release all the juices from the jalapeno and get the flavors from that really mixed in with the agave so it tastes really nice, very jalapeno-y. Next, squeeze in the juice from an entire lime. You really want all of the lime juice that you can get into this cocktail. Once you get all the lime in, add ice to the shaker. Next, we're going to add our mezcal. So add 2 to 3 shots of mezcal, or if you don't have mezcal, use Blanco tequila. And once you've got the mezcal in, shake that really, really well. Once you've shaken it, divide the mixture into 2 glasses with ice. And then you're gonna top it with red wine. I use Malbec, but you can use whatever red wine that you like. And give that a really good stir. And then sip it, and sip it, and sip it some more. Now that we have our breakfast cocktail in our hand, we can move on with the rest of brunch. We have out a grill pan that is heating up. We want it to be really hot when we're ready for it. A small saucepan for the polenta, and then a large saute pan filled with salted water that is slowly heating up. We want it to get really hot, but not to a rolling boil. First, let's slice 4 thick slices of tomatoes. Mine's a really small tomato, so maybe get a bigger one, but as long as they're 4 slices, that's fine. Place these slices on a paper towel to get some of the water out. Next, let's get ready for the polenta. You should measure out 1.5 cups of chicken broth and add that to the saucepan over medium heat. Also measure out the polenta now so you're ready to go with that. I use De La Estancia polenta. It cooks way faster and is really good. I like the consistency a lot, so I recommend getting that. So we're ready to go with the polenta. Next, let's drizzle some olive oil over the tomatoes and some fresh cracked pepper. While we wait for our grill pan to get hot, let's grate some Parmesan for the polenta. Grate about 1/2 cup of Parmesan and set that aside. We'll add that at the end. Now the pan should be hot and we can grill the tomatoes. We only want to cook them for a few seconds over really high heat. We don't want them to get mushy. So just put them on after about 30 seconds, flip them, and then cook them for another 30 seconds and take them off. You should have nice grill marks on the tomatoes, but they shouldn't get too mushy. And then our tomatoes are done. When the broth boils, stir in the polenta and cook that for just a couple of minutes. Just give it a stir, check the consistency. If it's thicker than you like, you can add some more water. Taste it though to make sure that you like the consistency and the flavor. And to finish, when we're ready and we're happy with the consistency, add the Parmesan cheese and a little olive oil or butter and stir that in. Give it one last taste and add more salt and pepper if you want. Next, we're going to move on to poaching the eggs. Crack each egg into a strainer to get out the excess water in the whites. And that's just like the really watery stuff that we don't want in there. Then slowly and carefully drop each egg into the saute pan, which has almost boiling water in it. While the eggs poach, you want to plate the polenta and then put 2 grilled tomatoes on top of each of those plates. After about 2 or 3 minutes, check the eggs. It's probably gonna take more like 3 or 4 minutes, but just check them. You want the whites cooked, but the yolks runny. When the eggs are done, put each egg on top of a grilled tomato. Lastly, put about a tablespoon of herbed creamy cheese on each plate. I use Alouette, but any herbed cheese will do, maybe nice herbed goat cheese or Boursin, you choose. Then we're just gonna season the plates with salt and pepper and serve. What a yummy brunch. The combination of flavors is super great, and overall, I think for the brunches that we make, it's pretty healthy. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this brunch with us and you like the recipe and of course the breakfast cocktail. And I hope that I'll see you again soon for our next brunch. Bye guys.